Hi, I'm Indi, and one of the windscreen wiper people came up to me at the traffic lights and cleaned my windscreen, but then I couldn't pay them any money because I didn't have any cash. So then they washed my window and wished me a blessed day, and I'm going to hell.
Hi, I'm Beck, and when I don't really have that much money for food, I just wait until I'm so hungry that I'll literally eat anything, and then I do literally just eat anything.
And this is Cheapskates, loosely told stories of outrageous cheapskates.
Hi.
Hi. Yes, the windscreen wiper guy came up and I was in a flap and he was like, oh, clean your windscreen. I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I've got cash. And he was like, oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. And then I was like digging through my wallet and he was like, it's okay. And I was like, no, he obviously wanted to get paid. No one wants free labor.
No.
And then he's like, oh, no, the light's green. You have to go. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have cash. And he's like, that's okay. Have a great day.
Oh.
Enjoy the week or something. And then off I drove.
Did you go back and give him money?
No.
Wow. That is despicable.
Mm-hmm.
That is despicable.
The story today that I'm bringing you is a story about Christmas presents, horse girls, and creative parenting.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It's 2005 in a suburb somewhere in Australia and people are racking up huge phone bills voting for Kate DeRouge on Australian Idol.
Oh, yes.
The sickly sweet smell of impulse hangs in the air and every magazine front cover is splashed with Beck Cartwright and Leighton Hewitt as their date of their upcoming nuptials draws closer. Big Brother is on a TV somewhere in a lounge room and Australia is getting acquainted with a guy called Hot Dogs.
Okay.
Do you remember Hot Dogs?
No.
Oh, you weren't a Big Brother girl.
No, I know Big Brother. Hot Dogs? Oh. No, I know who you're talking about. He had that hair, crazy hair.
Well done. So cultured.
Thank you so much.
And a 7-year-old girl named Charlie is sitting on the couch with her 11-year-old sister Brooke. 4 years between them. Are we keeping up with the names so far?
Charlie, Sister Brooke, Hot Dogs. Kate DeRouge.
Amazing. We don't have to worry about Hot Dogs or Kate DeRouge. They will never resurface in the story.
Okay, that's a shame.
So Charlie's sitting on the couch flicking through a Saddle Club novel, trying to read it, but she's 7, so she's not really good at reading novels at this stage. Now, the thing about Charlie, she loves horses. She goes to school every day. She plays Saddle Club with her friends. She comes home. She watches Saddle Club. And when her mum's not on night shift, she usually helps her read her Saddle Club novel.
Oh, cute.
Gorgeous. Now, most girls go through a horse girl phase. # not all girls. You don't take me for a horse girl.
No.
When people going through their horse girl phase, what was your phase?
I had a few of them, I got to say. One of them was, it's not embarrassing, but it feels deceptive. I love NRL. I still do love the NRL, but I went for the Warriors, the New Zealand Warriors, and I told everyone at school that I was New Zealander, Maori. Is that how you say it? And so I just lived this lie. And I feel like this is the first time I've told anyone about it, but I did that for maybe a year or two. And so anyone who remembers me from high school is going to be like, oh my God, you fucking liar. And so I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm Bangladeshi.
This is your last day before you get cancelled. How does it feel?
I think I've had a good ride.
I'd say it's surprising it's taken this long, dare I say.
I think I'm just a little bit invincible. You know?
Yeah.
I've got all 4 minority cards. No, there's another few. Okay, there's another few, but I have most of them.
Well, thanks for sharing that.
Hey, thank you.
I was sitting at home going, hello world, and you're trying to do the fucking, what's that called?
The haka.
The haka.
Yes, I actually did learn the haka. I was really in it. I was really in this world. But no, sorry, my obsession was the Warriors though, the Warriors, the New Zealand Warriors.
Great. Amazing. Thank you. Moving on. Now, after sitting on the couch for a little bit longer, Brooke tells Charlie that she's got to go to bed because if Mum comes home and she's still up, they're both going to get in big trouble. And Brooke's probably wanting to watch Big Brother up late.
Oh, that's okay.
Charlie can't watch it because she's 7. So she heads off to the single bed in her shared bedroom with Brooke and she falls asleep. And then I don't know, probably an hour later, she hears her mum pull up and tiptoe in, tuck her into bed, give her a little kiss on the head. And not long later, Brooke slips into the other single bed on the other side of the room. So that's just a little snapshot of what life looks like in Charlie's house. Now, one morning, Charlie and Brooke wake up and they start getting themselves ready for school. Mum's at work. Brooke's in the bathroom, I don't know, doing something with her hair. And Charlie's packing their lunches. She opens up the fridge and realizes that Mum has already packed lunch before she went to work last night, or the early hours of this morning, and she suspects it's going to be the usual little jam sandwich cut up in 4 triangles.
Gorgeous.
With a handwritten note.
Oh.
What was your go-to? Do you have a go-to lunch?
If it was lunch order, then it would be a lasagna and a chocolate mousse. And then if it was homemade, I love a Devon sandwich. Devon with tomato sauce sandwich. You have those?
I was strictly a Vegemite sandwich every day, 13 years. Never got sick of it.
Wow. That's weird.
Anyway, moving on. So they run to the bus stop, get on the bus, go to school, whatever. Charlie gets to school, right? And she hears one of the popular girls bragging that she started horse riding. Charlie is so hurt. And also because this popular girl is going around being like, I'm doing horse riding. And it's kind of like there's this weird thing because like all the girls are horse girls at the moment. That's their phase. And they're all having like a little competition of who's like the biggest horse girl. So at the day's end, Charlie's sitting on the bus and pulls up at the bus stop. Mum's there waiting. She gives him a big wave. She runs off the bus, gives Mum a big hug, and Brooke's trailing behind. Obviously, Brooke is 11. She's not going to give her mum a hug. Well, kids from school can still see her.
Yes.
That's embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Mum's like, how's your day? Blah, blah, blah. Charlie's like, oh my gosh, we did this. We played Saddle Club. Whatever a 7-year-old talks about. And she's like, oh, Mum, can I start horse riding lessons? And just the look on her mum's face, she knows. Who knows how much horse riding costs, but I'm guessing it's not cheap.
I don't think it is. And why is that?
Well, you probably have to rent a horse. And horses are living and breathing, and they're big things. And I don't think they're cheap to keep.
So horse and equestrian-based hobbies, maybe in a drought, are expensive, but I don't understand.
Oh, well, I think it's like elitist.
It's elitist, and that's the thing, is that like it's always very confusing to me. Like, what's going on there that's so expensive?
Well, because you got to have a horse and you got to put it somewhere. And it's got to be on land, and land's expensive.
Yes, got you. And
you got to have big space because it's got to be able to run. I can't just keep it in as big as it is. And then also it's elitist, so you've got to wear a fancy uniform, and the fancier that you wear, the more expensive it is, blah, blah, blah.
Crazy. Okay.
Now we're going to fast forward to Melbourne Cup Day.
Yeah.
She's sitting on the lounge room floor as close to the TV as she possibly can. She loves Melbourne Cup Day because she gets to see horses and they're in pretty silks and they get to race and she loves it. And nothing bad happens on Melbourne Cup Day. When you're a kid, you've got no idea what's going on. So she's like, wow, just horses and everything is good and nothing bad happens on Melbourne Cup Day. But it's this day that there's a knock on the door and her mum answers it and her mum brings in this well-dressed man. He looks like he's one of those city workers. He's got like fancy pants and like a nice clean crisp shirt. And mum's like, oh, this is Dan. She's like, oh, okay. Hey, Dan, whatever. I'm watching the Melbourne Cup. Mum and Dan sit on the couch together and Dan puts his hand on Mum's thigh. It's like, okay, this is special Dan. They all sit on the couch and they watch Makybe Diva win the cup. Beck, if you were a racehorse, what would your name be?
Oh, I really thought about this the other day. I'm going to say Clit Clop.
Love that.
Something like that.
CLIT?
CLIT.
CLOP.
CLOP. Exactly.
Gorgeous. So Dan seems to be like a regular fixture in the household. He's usually around when her mum isn't on night shift and he often spends the night and, you know, he's part of the family pretty much now. And Charlie really likes him because they sometimes cook together and she eats food that she's never had before. Culture.
Oh, culture.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Now, when Christmas morning rolls around, it's like the first light of day like creeps into her bedroom. It's barely cracked and Charlie's like, Brooke, are you awake? And Brooke's like, yeah, do you want to go see if Santa's been? So they both jump out of their beds and run into the lounge room. They're like, oh my gosh, there's like 10 presents here each. 10 presents here, which is so exciting. Now, she remembers last year unwrapping the gifts and getting one Barbie, which she loved, but one time she took it to show and tell at school, and one of the popular girls said that it was weird and it wasn't a real Barbie.
Aww.
So then Charlie didn't take it to school as much anymore. But this year, there's so many presents. They run into their mum's room and they wake up Dan and their mum and like they groggily get up and sit on the lounge room as the girls start like unwrapping all their presents.
Oh, gorgeous.
Charlie cannot believe it. Yeah. She unwraps 3 Saddle Club novels. She's got 3 new novels that she can read. She's also got a Saddle Club school bag.
Yes.
Saddle Club Doona cover.
Yes.
And a Barbie horse and a Barbie trailer with the proper Barbie logo on it.
Okay, rich all of a sudden.
Right? She's thinking, wow, I'm like working really hard at school. I'm doing all this extra stuff around the house to help mum when she's on night shift. Santa has noticed me putting in the hard yards and she feels like I'm being a good person. I'm getting rewarded for it.
Sounds like it.
So lovely. Great. Christmas. Beautiful. So now we're at New Year's Eve. We're counting down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's 2006.
Wow.
How fast did that go?
Yeah.
Charlie tried to stay up to midnight last night, but she didn't quite make it. She fell asleep next to her mum and sister. They're on the couch eating fish and chips and watching the fireworks on the TV.
Oh, it's so wholesome.
Dan wasn't there.
Okay.
Dan hasn't really been around and she doesn't actually see Dan again. He's gone.
Oh, my God.
And,
That's devastating.
Yeah, she's like, I mean, he was around for like 2-3 months, and she's like 8, 7. So she's like,
well, I'm more sad for the mum. The kids don't care.
I'm sad for the mum too.
Oh, my God. That's devastating.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're in 2006 and Dan isn't really around anymore. People are still watching Big Brother. And there's this whole thing that happens with like this thing called like a turkey slap. But Charlie doesn't know what that means.
No.
And she doesn't understand why the Prime Minister is saying that this TV program is an abomination.
Sure.
And Charlie is devastated that Jess Mauboy doesn't win Australian Idol, even though she begged her mum to let her call up and vote because Andrew G said every vote counts.
Yes.
But Charlie's wasn't enough to get Jess Mauboy the win.
Oh.
And Steve Irwin is murdered by a stingray.
Oh.
That's 2006.
It's awful year.
Charlie's now 8. Charlie's still obsessed with horses.
Mm-hmm.
She loves the Saddle Club still, and she spent almost a year listening to the Popular Girl talk about her riding lessons and how she can canter now. She can almost gallop on a horse. Ugh. But the Popular Girl fell off the horse and broke her arm, so she hasn't been riding for a couple of months now.
Okay.
So that's pretty much 2006. At her end-of-year assembly, Charlie wins an award for highest attendance in her class.
Oh, that's so funny.
She's stoked, and her mum is sitting at the back of the presentation night with a man called Trev, who Charlie met about a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
So Charlie's stoked. She's won her award. She's proud as punch. Her mum's there. This guy called Trev. Doesn't matter. Audience for her. Have you ever won a school award?
Oh, I won least ladylike in Year 12. That's the only award I've ever won.
What an honour.
I know, right? I just finally understood what it felt like to be to hear your name. Like, because you always are hoping.
Yeah.
And it's like, even if they're awards, they're reading out the category, it's like, I would never win that. But there's a part of you kind of get nervous for some reason. And you're like, what if? And then it's not you, but this time it was I won least ladylike, and I loved it. I was really happy. And then I went up on stage. Oh my God, I was so nervous. I couldn't believe it.
So they do a whole presentation night for those?
It was like, it was like the end of year. It was almost like a goodbye. You could say it was like a goodbye, So it was like silly, but also really an award. And I really won a real award.
That's amazing. And you hate attention. So I'm sure getting up on stage and being like, wow,
it
was terrible.
I know. I really hate the limelight.
So Charlie's stoked. Let's get into the end of the year, and she actually likes Trev. She's met him for a couple of weeks now. He's a bit different from the other guy whose name she's already kind of forgotten. He wears big dirty boots, and he speaks with a real thick Australian accent. And he always calls her little mate. So she likes that.
Cute.
Fast forward to Christmas morning. And the same routine takes place. Brooke and Charlie wake up their mum. Trevor's there. Mum and Trev sit on the lounge room while they unwrap all their gifts. And oh my gosh, there's not as many gifts this year.
Okay.
But Charlie unwraps a big box, and in it she finds riding boots.
Oh.
Horse riding boots.
Fuck yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
She's like, wow, this is so cool. I'm going to wear them when I'm playing Saddle Club with my friends. Sure, I probably need a horse to be able to use these riding boots, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Then she opens up another gift, her last gift. It's a little box. There's a gift certificate for 3 riding lessons at a suburb somewhere not far from her.
Dandenong.
Probably, yeah.
Mm.
She cannot believe it. Last Christmas was amazing, and it's happened again. And she's like, is it the school award?
It's got to be.
It must be the school award that's really helped Santa
Yes.
up his game this year. She can't believe. She really believes, like, you work hard,
Yeah.
good things come to you.
Well, it's a privileged place to be.
Again, as it ticks into the year 2007, Charlie almost makes it to midnight, almost this time, but she fell asleep just after 11 o'clock. Maybe next year. It was kind of the same as last year, fish and chips on the couch, watching the fireworks, her mum, Brooke. No Trev.
No, Trev. It's devastating. I'm devastated.
Trev's not there anymore.
Ever again.
No, we don't see him again.
Oh my
God.
God.
But it's 2007.
Hey.
What were you doing in 2007?
I didn't have many friends in high school, so I wasn't doing a lot.
Oh.
I was watching Scrubs. I was eating cinnamon toast, a lot of cinnamon toast, and I had a boyfriend named Freddie. He was really named Freddie, and we did a lot of kissing, but I didn't feel anything. Of course, I didn't realize.
And you were like, it must be Freddie.
Yeah, I thought I loved Freddie, but no, I didn't love Freddie.
Beautiful, Beck. I reckon in 2007 I probably would have been trying to be your friend, and then you still would have been rejecting me then. Which is a classic.
No.
Yes. Dynamic forever. So it's 2007. Back with Charlie. She's there. She's rummaging around in her mum's bag trying to find something. And she pulls out a receipt and she's confused. But then she looks at it closer and she feels sick to her stomach. What do you think has happened?
Receipt. Sick to her stomach. What's happened?
Charlie has pulled out a receipt from her mum's bag, and the more she looks at it, she feels sick. Her stomach drops. She puts it back in where she found it and walks off. She's like wide-eyed, and she forgets about whatever the hell she was trying to look for, and her life has changed from this moment.
Okay.
That night she's lying in bed, and Brooke's in the bed next to her in the shared bedroom, and she says, Brooke, I found something in Mum's bag today.
Oh my God, what was it?
And Brooke's like, okay. And obviously, Brooke is 4 years older than her, so she could be a sass. She's about to go to high school. Oh. And Charlie says, it was a receipt for my riding boots. And Brooke's like, okay. And then Charlie says, well, Santa brought me those boots.
Oh.
Not Mum.
Got you.
And Brooke's like,
bitch, get over it.
Brooke says, well, what do you think that means then?
Yeah.
Sassily. And Charlie says, well, it would probably mean that Mum's Santa. Is she? And Brooke's like, Charlie, don't talk. You need to talk to Mum about this in the morning. Don't talk to me about it. And then Charlie says, no, well, I think it does mean that Mum's Santa, but she can't be Santa because how could she possibly afford all of these presents for us?
Yeah.
And Brooke says, why do you think Mum always has a rich boyfriend near Christmas time?
Oh, shit. That's a clever woman. That's a clever woman. Oh, my God.
We have got a question for Beck to answer.
Okay.
And in true Beck fashion, it is it's a hopefully a way to save cash, but also a little ethically
ambiguous.
A little ethically ambiguous.
Okay.
Beautiful. That would be a great band name. Ethically ambiguous.
I agree.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
Here's a question for you, Beck. I recently was made redundant at my work and I have a week left. I was going to take maybe a couple of things before I left. How much is too much to take and what's acceptable that won't get the cops called on me?
Oh, take it. Anything. Do you don't think it's too much? Do you think that's too much?
Well, I mean, like, I wouldn't be taking like a computer.
Why not? It's a company. Depends what company.
I would never condone stealing. But I don't think you can take stuff that people will realise that it's gone.
Yes.
For a while, anyway.
Yes, exactly, because that means that they probably don't need it.
Yes.
I think you could literally even take some furniture, for sure. Yeah.
your actual desk, your laptop, your monitor, all of that stuff, your mouse, your keypad. People are going to know that you stole it.
Totally. But also the laptop, it's probably that kind of stuff, probably more of a liability in particular because the laptop, you can't fucking do anything on a work laptop without it being like administrator password. You know what I mean? That's never really yours. So leave that. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm talking like literally the lounge in the staff room. I think that the tables and chairs, you don't take all of them. Like leave enough for people to sit on, but you absolutely could take whatever you need in your house, because you will not be able to buy it for yourself for a long time. You know what I mean? I think that you can. There's a lot of stuff you could take. Just take whatever you need. Take whatever you need. I think because you're probably going to be unemployed for a while. Realistically, I don't know when this happened, but it's not a good time to get a job. No one's getting a job right now. So take what you need because you will not be able to buy it for yourself very, very soon. And that is all I'll say.
That is beautiful. The second part of the question was, without the cops being called on you, I cannot guarantee that isn't going to happen if you literally steal all the furniture out of the place. But hey,
be free and take care of yourself and your heart.
Thanks for listening to Cheapskates. If you have a question that you would like Beck to answer, she gives incredible advice.
Oh, Indi, that's so sweet.
Please just message us, Cheapskates Podcast, somewhere on social media, or message Beck.
Yeah, well, you can message me, absolutely.
Anything else to add?
Just be careful out there. And you?
That's it from me.
Thank you so much for listening and watching.